You just applied for a home. Awesome. But what's this loan estimate? Hi, I'm Harrison Schiffbauer, and I'm a licensed mortgage loan originator, or loan officer for short. And today, I want to talk about the loan estimate and what it is. All right, you found a home. You've got the purchase contract together. You got it to me, and I've got you approved for this loan. But what kind of things should we now be thinking about in this situation? Well, the next thing that we should probably be thinking about or even looking at is a loan estimate. So, what is a loan estimate? Well, a loan estimate is a document that we have to provide to the borrower that accounts for all the different charges that we are thinking is going to be a part of the loan as close as possible, so that way you are aware of what you're getting into. Now, in the old days, though, it was called a good faith estimate. So if you ever hear anyone say that, just think loan estimate. Now, the loan estimate is going to show things like your title fees, the buy downs or the points to get the interest rate, the origination charges, things like that. The whole point of this document is to give you the best idea possible of how much this loan is going to cost you at the closing table, so that way you can decide if you even want to do it or not. But there is something I want to make very clear to you as a borrower from a loan officer. It's just an estimate. Now, it's going to be actually a pretty darn good estimate because there are laws in place that I have to be as close as possible, give or take. And furthermore, it's in my best interest that it's as close as I can get to what it may be at the end, because the last thing I want to do is to make you feel like you've been blindsided. It's not good for business, and I actually want you as a repeat customer. So that's why it's called a loan estimate. Now, everything on this loan estimate does have the potential to change, and a great example of this is, say, your interest rate. You want a certain interest rate, but then, like, let's say 15 days from now, you decide, you know what? I don't want that interest rate. Can we go a little bit higher to get more of a credit? Cool, we can do that. Which that would ultimately change the costs of the loan, which is why it's an estimate. And as a real quick side note, you actually have the ability to change just about any of the conditions of the loan right up to the closing table. And that's why it's an estimate. So I'll give you an example. When I was getting my home, I went to my loan officer and said, hey, you know those escrows? You know what? I don't want to pay those. I'll pay those out of pocket. Can we get those removed? And he removed them. But this did change the cost of the loan because we had to gather for taxes since it was November. This did change the term of the loan, or the terms, I should really say. And this even made it so my payment was a little bit less, but right out the gate, I really had to pay more. But because my payment is less, it's a whole lot easier for me to make it in trying times. And let's be honest here, it's my first home, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work, because the last thing I want to do is to default on a home. So, as a quick recap, that's an estimate. That's what it does. And that's why, in my experience, I have recommended that you pretty much get $6,000, because that may be right around where your closing costs are going to be, subtracting, of course, your down payment. I actually think I just gave you an estimate on an estimate. Let's not worry about it. So don't worry if this loan estimate looks weird to you. I'm more than happy to sit down with you and to review it just to make sure you're getting a good deal. But remember, it's best to come to me first, so that way we can make sure you're getting a good deal.
Good. So if you have any questions, send me an email, and until then, thanks for...
So if you have any questions or concerns, shoot me an email. I'm always happy to review your situation and see what's best. But until next time, have a great day.